Just imagine, 22 goals at the World Cup. More than Pelé, more than Ronaldo, more than Messi, the most in the history of the tournament. 42 goals in a single season for Real Madrid, the Golden Boot, the best striker on the planet, and at the end of it all, nothing. No league, no Champions League, no World Cup. Kylian Mbappé has broken almost every record there is, and somehow, he keeps ending up with empty hands. So here's the question nobody can agree on. Is Mbappé the problem, or is he the most cursed great player of his generation? Because the numbers say he's a genius. The trophy cabinet says something else. This is the Mbappé paradox. The phenomenon. To understand the paradox, you have to remember what he was. At 19 years old, he wasn't a prospect. He was already a world champion, the second teenager in history to score in a World Cup final. Then came Paris. 7 years, hundreds of goals, every domestic trophy France could offer. He wasn't just the best player in the league, he was the league. And still, the one trophy Paris wanted most kept slipping away. So he made a choice. If Paris couldn't give him European glory, he would go to the club that had won it 15 times. In the summer of 2024, Kylian Mbappé finally became a Real Madrid player on a free transfer. The most valuable free signing in football history. Dream transfer. The hype was unlike anything modern football had seen. Real Madrid were European champions. They had Vinicius Jr., fresh off the best season of his life. They had Jude Bellingham, the most complete young midfielder on earth. And now they had Mbappé. Pundits called it the most terrifying attack ever assembled. Some said Madrid would win everything for the next 5 years. Others quietly asked a different question, one that would define the next 2 seasons. Where exactly was Mbappé supposed to play? His whole career, he had been a left winger, a player who ran into space, who attacked defenders one-on-one, who lived on the shoulder. Real Madrid already had that player, so they put Mbappé in the middle and asked the fastest man in football to play with his back to goal. Season 1, 43 goals and a void. The first season started badly. He looked lost. He went goalless in his opening games, and the criticism came fast. But then something strange happened. The goals arrived, a flood of them. 43 goals in 56 games. The European Golden Boot, the award for the best scorer on the entire continent. By any individual measure, it was a brilliant debut season, and Real Madrid won nothing that mattered. They were knocked out of the Champions League in the quarterfinals, and in the Clásico against Barcelona, they were humiliated, 4 goals to nothing. The most expensive attack in the world had been taken apart. For the first time, people started saying it out loud. Maybe adding Mbappé had made Real Madrid worse. Season 2, the collapse. Season 2 was supposed to be the answer. A new coach, Xabi Alonso, arrived with a plan and a reputation. Instead, it became one of the worst seasons Real Madrid have had in decades. 5 goals conceded to Atletico Madrid, a defeat at Anfield, a goalless draw against Rayo Vallecano that summed everything up. Reports came out of the dressing room. The players were unhappy. The atmosphere was fractured. In January, Alonso was gone. By the end of the season, Real Madrid had finished second in the league, behind Barcelona, out of the Champions League in the quarterfinals again, out of the Copa del Rey in the round of 16, a season with no trophies at all. And Mbappé? He was the top scorer in the entire Spanish league. 25 goals, 42 in all competitions. The best individual season of anyone in Spain, inside a team that won absolutely nothing. Prosecution and defense. So what is the case against him? The critics say 3 things. That he doesn't work without the ball, leaving his team exposed. That putting him in the center broke the balance between Vinicius and Bellingham. And that in the biggest moments, he disappears. Even his own coaches have said it publicly. Carlo Ancelotti once diagnosed the problem after a missed penalty. Others have gone further, calling him an ordinary player who has been coasting since 2022. But there's a defense, and it's a strong one. Marcel Desailly put it simply. What exactly is the problem? team like Real Madrid can afford one player who doesn't track back, especially one who scores 40 goals a season. Maybe the system failed the striker, maybe 2 coaches in 1 year, and a dressing room at war would have broken anyone. World Cup record in 4th place. And then came the summer of 2026, the World Cup. His chance to answer everything. And for 6 weeks, Kylian Mbappé was the best player on the planet. 10 goals, 4 assists, 14 goal contributions in a single tournament, more than any player since records began in 1966. He passed Olivier Giroud to become France's all-time leading scorer. Then he passed Lionel Messi to become the highest scorer in the history of the World Cup. 22 goals, a record that may never be broken. France finished 4th, beaten by Spain in the semi-final, then beaten again by England 6-4 in the 3rd-place match. And here is the detail that says everything. Mbappe has scored in every stage of a World Cup there is: the group, the round of 32, the last 16, the quarter-final, the 3rd-place match, even the final. Every stage except one. In 3 World Cup semi-finals, he has never scored a single goal. The final: 22 World Cup goals, 42 in a season, a golden boot, a world record, and an empty trophy cabinet. So tell me, is Mbappé the problem, or is Real Madrid? Let me know in the comments. And subscribe, because next time we're breaking down another story football won't stop arguing about.